Hello friends, I am Dr. Osvaldolemus, aesthetic and anti-aging doctor, and today I am going to talk about pressotherapy. So if you want to know how to improve your circulation and lymphatic drainage through air, stay in this video and I will explain how to do it. Before starting this video, I remind you to subscribe to my channel, click on the notification bell and like this video because this way you help me a lot to keep growing, to make more content, and that we can all perform aesthetic medicine in a safe and informed way. Now let's talk about pressotherapy, its benefits and contraindications. What? Pressotherapy is basically a therapy in which by means of a device we will apply pressure through air in different areas of the body to promote lymphatic drainage and circulation. This with the purpose of improving the oxygenation of the tissue to be treated, recovering elasticity, resting the area to be treated, and above all facilitating tissue regeneration. Usually a pressotherapy equipment has boots, sash and sleeves with different air chambers that allow the filling and obviously the increase of pressure in the area. The equipment does this gradually, filling the air chambers in different ways to make the effect of waves and to mobilize lymphatic drainage and circulation in a proper way, promoting the elimination of retained fluid, fats and toxins found in certain areas to improve aesthetic issues such as PFE or cellulite, edema, lymphedema and venous disorders such as varicose veins. This will be achieved in a more effective, more controlled and more standardized way than a manual massage. Among the benefits found in pressotherapy is to improve venous return or circulation. In fact, angiologists send a lot to such patients who are being treated for venous insufficiency to improve blood circulation. Together with other treatments, both oral and injected, it helps to improve telangiectasias or spider veins. As I said, it will help to reduce and combat the PFE, which is the paniculopathy, edematous, fibrosclerotic, or wrongly called cellulite. This by means of drainage, then the cellulite that is really called PFE is a problem of paniculopathy, edema that helps the pressotherapy that brings edema, fibrosis that also helps us to pressotherapy to fibrosis, sclerotic or circulation problems. So by correcting these three factors, we can improve the famous orange peel skin, and it also has an effect on the immune system because thanks to mechanostimulation, it will help fibroblasts and macrophages to be more attentive. Now, what are the contraindications? Who cannot use pressotherapy? Patients with important circulatory problems which are contraindicated by the angiologist, patients with cardiac problems, uncontrolled hypertension and hypotension, that is to say that the pressure is raised and the pressure is lowered, patients with coagulation disorders, deep vein thrombosis, superficial thrombophlebitis and arterial insufficiency. Patients with active skin infections, obviously we are not going to put a device on a person who comes with an infection. Patients with hypothyroidism and oncology patients, where is it best to have pressotherapy? It is a fairly safe treatment. It is a treatment that in itself does not entail complications. Since basically you are going to go, they are going to put a small boot on you, they are going to put a sash or a sleeve on you as I have already mentioned, and there is going to be pressure as if it were a little massage. The problem is that a bad diagnosis, a bad selection of the patient can lead to a complication, not because of the treatment itself, but because they are patients who tend to get complicated. As I have already mentioned, all these pathologies, and pressotherapy is contraindicated. So if you are going to have it done and you have any pathology in between, go to a medical aesthetic center first for a medical evaluation before having pressotherapy. If you are already a patient with angiological treatment, you can also ask your angiologist if it is contraindicated in your pathologies. Generally, angiologists, when it is necessary, they will order it. Now, there is also a very important section of patients who have pressotherapy. Patients who do not really have PF or cellulite, spider veins, and all they want is to pamper themselves while they lie down, and pressotherapy massages and relaxes them. That is a very large sector of people who come to pressotherapy, and we usually combine it with manual massage while they are having pressotherapy, or we include it in our facial cleansing protocols. While we are doing a facial cleansing or a facial treatment, the pressotherapy machine is acting, relaxing the patient more, and they can leave happy and pampered. If you still have questions about pressotherapy, you can leave them in the comments box, or if you want to suggest a video. All this information can also be found on my Instagram as images and on the clinics page. A quick reminder of my social networks: I'm at @dr.Lemus on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. There you can find plenty of information about aesthetic medicine treatments, and as always, see you in a following video. Bye! These are the 10 tips for you to get the love of your life. You stayed? What a bear, right? Bro, laser hair removal or IPL, which is the same as pulsed light. A little gun that shoots light, very hot, several sessions, and we eliminate the hair. The end. I saw this question repeated many times, and it is something I want us to pay a lot of attention to. I have nothing against tattooing stretch marks, but the proper term would be pigmenting them, because tattooing them would literally be putting a drawing over them, a tattoo. The micropigmentation of stretch marks in patients with vitiligo, even eyebrows, lips, or even the pigmentation of the nipple in people who have lost it is something that has to be done by an expert in micropigmentation, and in fact, in countries where aesthetic medicine is a specialty, this is considered a subspecialty. It is very common for anyone to take a course to learn how to tattoo stretch marks, but it is not that easy. You have to be an expert in colorimetry to be able to adapt not only the tone of your skin, but also the gradient of your skin, plus it is done with special inks. Imagine if you get a tattoo of the stretch marks on your buttocks, go to the beach and get a tan, and the pigment does not change color. You are going to be full of stripes. Besides, you can get more stretch marks. This is a very complicated question to answer because there really is no better shampoo. You have to look at many things. For example, what type of hair you have, what type of scalp you have, if it is sick or not sick. That is, if you have to solve a pathology, the purpose of this shampoo. If your hair is virgin, that is, if you have not bleached or dyed hair, etc. The length of your hair also has to do with the type of shampoo we are going to indicate. The truth is that unless you have a pathology or a specific clinical situation, don't be so traumatized with the best shampoo or what type of shampoo to use. For example, and this is not propaganda, but in my case, I can only use Hair and Shoulder shampoo because I tend to have flaky scalp, I tend to have dandruff. Better tell me what type of hair you have, what your goals are, and maybe I can recommend a shampoo. Hi Gustavo, first you have to define what you mean by comolitos. I think you mean scars, more specifically acne scars. If so, what you need are treatments that regenerate collagen such as fractional CO2 laser, fractional radiofrequency, microneedling, or even microdermabrasion can help you. The most important thing is that you go to a medical evaluation so that we can establish a treatment, an appropriate treatment for your skin.